Have you ever spotted a pineapple crown sitting on your cutting board and wondered whether something incredible could grow from it? Or picked up a sprouted sweet potato from your pantry and thought, what if this actually became a plant? Here is the truth nobody tells you at the checkout counter. Everything in your grocery bag is already a potential garden. The scraps you discard every single week contain enough seeds, roots, and cuttings to grow hundreds of dollars worth of produce. Today, right here on the Shepherd's Roots, we are going to unlock the secret garden hiding inside your kitchen. From garlic cloves that multiply underground to fresh herbs that spread endlessly from a single stem, to wild roadsides that are quietly offering you free seeds every summer. These are not just money-saving tips. These are the building blocks of true gardening freedom. Some of these will put food on your table within a few weeks. Others will establish themselves as permanent crops that keep producing for many years to come. Every single one of them will permanently change the way you look at a grocery run. These are the 10 easiest crops you can grow completely free. Your kitchen has been a seed vault this whole time. Let us open it together. Number 1. Pineapple. We start with something most people would call impossible until they watch it happen with their own eyes. The leafy crown of an ordinary grocery store pineapple can become a living tropical plant that produces real fruit roughly 18 to 24 months later. And it begins with the part you would normally throw into the compost. Slice the top off a fresh pineapple, keeping just a short section of fruit attached beneath the crown. Allow it to dry for a full day, then either suspend it in a glass of water to develop roots, or press it directly into fast-draining potting soil. The crown carries dormant growth points just beneath the surface, and these will activate and push out roots within a few weeks of contact with moisture. As a houseplant, pineapples are genuinely striking. The long, stiff, sword-shaped leaves fan outward in a neat spiral, and the plant grows steadily even in average indoor conditions. After roughly a year to a year and a half, a central flower spike pushes up from the middle of the rosette. That spike is the beginning of your pineapple. Even if you never reach harvest, the plant earns its space. In warm climates, it can live outdoors year-round. In cooler regions, it thrives in a container that can come inside when temperatures drop. There are very few plants this satisfying to grow from kitchen waste. Number 2, sweet potatoes and regular potatoes. Moving from tropical fruit to underground staples, both sweet potatoes and conventional potatoes represent one of the highest return investments in free gardening. A single tuber from your kitchen can produce 10 to 20 individual plants, and those plants can eventually yield hundreds of pounds of food across a season. Sweet potatoes multiply through shoots called slips, which sprout naturally from the skin of the tuber. Place a sweet potato in a jar of water, either submerged or balanced with toothpicks, so one end sits in the water. And within a couple of weeks, you will notice small purple or green shoots emerging. When those slips reach about 4 to 6 inches in length, simply twist them free and transfer them into moist soil or a second glass of water to finish rooting before planting out. Regular potatoes are even more direct. That sprouted potato sitting forgotten at the back of your pantry is already telling you it wants to grow. Cut it into sections, making sure each piece carries at least one visible sprout or eye. Let the cut surfaces dry overnight, and plant them a few inches deep. Each section becomes its own independent plant. A sweet potato vine spreads generously, covering 3 feet or more in each direction, and the leaves themselves are entirely edible. Harvest them through the season as you would spinach. After 4 to 6 months underground, each plant delivers several tubers, often larger than the original. Regular potatoes are similarly generous, with each planted piece typically giving back 5 to 10 new ones. Both crops are ideal for anyone serious about growing their own food supply because they store naturally without processing and produce substantial quantities from a modest amount of space. Number 3. Tomatoes from suckers. This next one requires either a garden of your own or a generous neighbor, and it might be the easiest free vegetable source in existence once you know about it. Every tomato plant produces small side shoots called suckers, which grow in the joint between the main stem and an outward-reaching branch. Most experienced growers remove these regularly because leaving them on diverts energy away from fruit production on the parent plant. That means there is a steady, renewable supply of free tomato starts being pinched off and discarded in backyard gardens all through summer. The good news is that every one of those suckers can be rooted into a full productive plant with almost no effort. No rooting powder, no humidity tent, no complicated setup. Simply take a fresh sucker, press it into damp soil, and keep it watered. Roots will develop within a week or 2. And if you start early enough in the growing season, plants grown this way produce fruit just as abundantly as anything started from seed months earlier. Ask around at community gardens, among neighbors, at farmers' markets. Tomato growers almost always have suckers to spare, and they are usually glad to have someone put them to use instead of the bin. Number 4. Fresh herbs from cuttings. The packaged herbs at the grocery store are not just seasoning, they are a propagation nursery. Every stem of fresh basil, oregano, mint, or rosemary you bring home has the potential to become a permanent plant that keeps providing for years. You just need one simple technique. Most culinary herbs belong to the mint family, and this group is exceptionally easy to multiply from stem cuttings. Take a fresh, young stem about 4 inches long. Strip the lower leaves to expose the growth nodes, the small raised bumps where the leaves were attached, and place it in water or in moistened potting mix. Those nodes are primed to generate roots quickly, and you will often see white roots appearing within just a few days. Once you have one established plant, propagation becomes self-sustaining. Taking cuttings from a growing herb plant actually improves the original plant by encouraging it to branch and stay bushy, while each new cutting gives you another plant to keep, gift, or trade. Many gardeners build their entire herb garden this way, making only a single purchase to start the whole collection. Number 5. Wild carrot seeds. Here is something that will change how you see roadside plants forever. Those tall, flat-topped white flowers growing along roadsides and field edges in late spring and early summer are most likely wild carrots, the botanical ancestor of the garden carrot. And by late summer, their seed heads are full of free, locally adapted seeds ready to plant in your own beds. The plant is called Queen Anne's lace in North America, and its flowers are unmistakable. Dozens of tiny white blooms arranged in a wide, umbrella-shaped cluster on a tall, rigid stem. When those flowers dry out and turn brown in late summer, each head is packed with seeds. Gather a handful of the dried flower heads, Rub them between your palms to release the seeds, and you will have more than enough to sow a meaningful carrot patch. Seeds collected locally often perform better than commercial varieties because they have adapted over generations to the specific soil and climate conditions of your area. If you already grow carrots, there is an even simpler approach. Leave 2 or 3 plants in the ground at the end of the season rather than harvesting them. They will send up flower stalks in their second year, produce the same umbrella blooms, and scatter seeds on their own. Volunteer carrots will appear the following spring wherever they landed. Number 6. Garlic. Walk into any grocery store, buy 1 head of garlic, and you have just purchased the starting point for 8 to 12 new garlic plants. Every individual clove inside that head is capable of growing into a complete plant that produces its own full head within a single growing season. Garlic is the simplest crop on this entire list because it essentially plants itself. Separate the cloves, push each one into the soil pointed end upward, cover with about 2 inches of earth, and wait. There is no soaking required, no complicated timing, no special preparation. Clove goes in, garlic plant comes out. The mathematics of garlic are almost absurd in how generous they are. 1 clove becomes 1 head. That head contains 8 to 12 cloves. Plant all of those the following season, and you harvest 8 to 12 complete heads. Within 2 full growing cycles, a single grocery store bulb becomes a supply large enough to last most households an entire year. The flavor difference between homegrown and commercially stored garlic is immediately noticeable. Brighter, more complex, and longer lasting once cured properly. You also gain access to varieties that never appear on store shelves. Number 7. Dried beans and legumes. Stop buying seed packets. Your pantry cupboard is likely already stocked with them. Every bag of dried beans, lentils, chickpeas, or peas sitting in your kitchen is, botanically speaking, a bag of viable seeds. Black beans, pinto beans, navy beans, split peas, lentils, the vegetable we cook and eat, is the literal seed of the plant. Which means what grocery stores sell as food, seed companies repackage and sell for several times the price. The key to success with dried grocery legumes is giving them extra time to absorb moisture before planting. Soak them overnight rather than the few hours you might use for fresh seed packets, since they have been thoroughly dried for long shelf storage. Plant more generously than you think necessary, since germination rates vary depending on storage age and conditions. The payoff is extraordinary. A single pinto bean becomes a plant that sets dozens of pods, and each pod contains multiple beans. From a small investment in a grocery bag, a family can harvest enough beans to last months, while also having seeds saved for the following year. Number 8. Green onions. Buy a bundle of green onions once, and, if you handle it correctly, you may never need to buy them again. You have probably seen the popular video trick. Trim the onions, place the rooted ends in a glass of water on the windowsill, and the green tops regrow in a matter of days. This works well for 3 or 4 harvests before the plant eventually exhausts itself. But most people stop there and miss the more powerful step. Instead of discarding those water-rooted onions after the quick harvest phase, transfer them into soil and let them complete their full life cycle. They will develop into mature plants that eventually send up a tall flower stalk. That stalk produces a round seed head filled with small black seeds. Either collect those seeds for deliberate planting or allow them to fall and scatter naturally into the surrounding soil. The result is a self-seeding colony of green onions that appears throughout your garden, produces reliably, and requires almost no active maintenance year after year. Number 9. Pumpkins and winter squash. Every pumpkin you carve or butternut squash you roast is already holding next year's harvest inside it. Those seeds most people rinse off and discard contain a full crop waiting to happen, and most varieties of winter squash are grown from open pollinated seeds that produce true, viable offspring. The preparation could not be simpler. Scoop the seeds out, rinse away the pulp, spread them on a flat surface, and allow them to dry completely for several days. Then store in a cool, dry place until planting season returns. When warm weather arrives, plant them out and step back. One winter squash plant is capable of producing 3 to 8 large fruits, each one containing hundreds of new seeds. That kind of exponential yield, combined with the fact that winter squash stores for months at room temperature without refrigeration, makes this one of the most practical crops for building a self-sufficient food supply. The seeds from this autumn's pumpkin can realistically keep your family in squash through the following winter. Number 10. Sprouted onions. The onion in the back of your pantry that has started pushing up green shoots is not going bad. It is showing you exactly how to turn one onion into 8. When onions begin to sprout, they are entering the reproductive phase of their life cycle. Instead of composting them, plant them directly in soil with the green growth pointing upward. The original bulb acts as a fuel source, feeding energy into the emerging root system, while new bulbs develop in a cluster around the base. Most sprouted onions planted this way will produce 4 to 8 new bulbs in 3 to 4 months. It is a genuine return on something you were about to throw away. The process works identically for yellow, white, red, and sweet onion varieties. Sprouted shallots follow the same pattern and frequently produce even larger clusters of new bulbs per original. From lentils sitting quietly in your pantry to pineapple crowns growing in a sunny window, what we have covered today proves that the best garden does not require a seed catalog or an expensive startup budget. It requires a different way of looking at what is already in your hands. The financial benefit alone is significant. Most households that apply even a few of these methods consistently will save hundreds of dollars on groceries over a year. But the real reward runs deeper than that. There is a kind of independence that comes from knowing your garden can sustain and replenish itself from within, with very little you have to buy from the outside. These crops are a gateway. Start with green onions regrowing on your kitchen windowsill. Before long, you will find yourself saving squash seeds in autumn, dividing garlic in October, and thinking about which pineapple crowns are worth keeping. That is how farmers and gardeners have always done it, and that wisdom belongs to all of us. Which of these are you planning to try first? Have you already found other grocery items that regrow successfully? Share your experience in the comments. This community genuinely loves hearing from people who are making this work in their own homes. If this gave you a new way to see your kitchen, hit like, subscribe, and share this with someone who could use a little more green in their life. Uparwala has already placed everything you need right within reach. This is the shepherd's roots. We will see you in the next one.